Here's some very interesting news coming out of the United States. A senior research psychologist, Dr. Robert Epstein of the American Institute for Behavioral Research and Technology, told RT that he has done a study that shows that Google influenced, if not possibly even stole, 78 million votes in favor of the Democratic Party in the 2016 presidential election. Now that's a very large claim to make. That's something that really needs to be backed up. Now he says 25% of the national elections in the world are being decided without people's knowledge by using Google's search algorithm. Epstein's study of three 2018 California House races found that Google played the deciding role in flipping those Republican-held seats to the Democrats, influencing millions of undecided voters by controlling what they saw when they searched 500 election-related terms. Google's results showed a significant liberal bias, unlike Bing's or Yahoo's. And with 90% of the search engine's market share in the US, that bias is enormously influential. Now, according to studies, this kind of influence, favoring one side over the other, can influence anywhere from 20 to 80% of undecided voters, depending on the issues and the demographic vote. In other words, according to, with the exception of certain statistical factors, that one of them being race, socioeconomic status, etc. Now, he spent 6 years investigating the roles of what he calls a search engine manipulation effect that essentially highly influences public opinion on these matters. Now, more recently, he was focusing on the political ramifications by looking at various countries' elections.
If you're using Google to do any kind of political research online, first of all, you shouldn't be using Google. Google search results, search suggestions, answer boxes, apart from the fact that all of that stuff can be used to manipulate you, apart from that, there's the tracking problem in search results that shifts the opinions and the voting preferences of undecided voters, very dramatically so. The effects on users are subliminal. People can't see the bias, and that makes this kind of influence extremely dangerous. If you can't see a source of influence, but your opinions shift, you end up concluding that you've made up your own mind. That's very, very dangerous.
What we should be concerned about here is not so much that Google essentially interfered in the election, as opposed to the claim that Russia did. Because that's almost a given. You know that that's going to happen, that large corporations are going to influence the election. After all, it's somehow a great epiphany that those who wield capital wield power in capitalism. I think the problem here is not really so much that the elections were influenced, but that the ability to influence is in the hands of the capitalist class. Now, algorithms can be written to accomplish all kinds of things, and they can be used to even make the world a better place. But what are they used for in capitalism? To give us the illusion that we have a democracy, to essentially carry out a war between various sections of the capitalist class who have different interests, those who support the Democratic Party and those who support the Republican Party. And we get this whole farcical idea that we have change. The problem here really isn't Google. The problem here, if this accusation is indeed true, is capitalism, using such technology to manipulate voters into thinking that they really have a choice, and then influencing that on top of it to carry out the particular interests of one section of the capitalist class. And this is just another reason why we know that we have to abolish capitalism. But I think it's important to focus on what's really important about this, not the fact that it's the Democrats or the Republicans that got favored, because, I mean, what does it really matter? In the end, the capitalist class still wins. What's important is to see how capitalism is wielding this technology not for the betterment of mankind, but for getting a chosen candidate elected. Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.